we needed him in the Constitutional Convention. We told him, people don't trust us. They just had a war against a central power. And they are concerned that we'll get too much power, but you know who they all trusted?
George Washington.
They trusted George Washington, because if Washington had wanted to, he could have taken over when he had an army. Yes?
When you're talking about smallpox, wasn't George immune to smallpox because he had it when he was like a kid?
He did have it when he was a kid. Very good. I'm delighted to hear how much you all know. He wasn't a kid, but he was a young man. It was the only time he left America. He went out to Barbados. He was trying to help his brother who had consumption, Lawrence, and he got smallpox. And he had the marks on his face when I knew him. Now, no painter ever drew those marks. So you today have something called airbrushing. That's what we did at the same time. No, you'll never see a painting that shows those pock marks, but he did have them, I can tell you, because I knew him. Yes?
Did ever back then George Washington smile?
Did he smile? He smiled when he was with the ladies.
What did he love to do?
Dance.
He liked to dance.
Loved to dance.
And
He did.
with the men, he had to always show us that he was in charge. With the ladies, he could relax. And so he loved to dance, and he loved to joke, and he loved to do that. But he did not often let himself do that during the time I knew him. When I knew him, he was in the most difficult periods. I was with him before he crossed the Delaware. I was with him that day. I was off with another. There were 3 generals crossing. Only General Washington made it. I was with General Cadwalader. But I was with him, and he was concerned because if he wasn't able to get a success, his army, most of them were going to go home on December the 31st. So he needed to have a victory. So he decided, I'm going to cross the Delaware on Christmas night. Well, there was a problem. Have you all seen the famous painting of Washington crossing the Delaware?
Yes.
So what's in the water? Ice. Now, and it's worse ice than on that painting. On that painting, you see big rock type things. Really, they were sheets. So it was very hard, and we had a terrible, terrible storm that night. We had a northeaster that night. So most people wouldn't have gone, but I met him the day before he went, and I saw him scribbling.